Hello. Hello, all of my mommies and kittens. Today, we shall be reading Reddit. Am I the AH? I can't say that word right now because of Lent. But we're doing something very different than usual today. I hope everything looks good just like you. I hope you've been very good and that you haven't been jorking it nonstop like I know some of you guys do. Because some of you guys are just nonstop with that kind of thing. Your room smells, you need to clean it, you need to wash it. I'm tired of the sound. I'm tired of the smell. Please stop jorking it. I'm absolutely tired of it. Also, hi, J. Coon. Welcome in. Jennifer, welcome in. Dazai, welcome in. Welcome. Today I will be reading through Reddit Am I the Jerk posts. And then I want you guys to help me judge these people if whether or not they are a jerk. We'll use this, well, I'm a little bit high up on the screen, but you get the idea. You get what I mean. I think you get what I'm trying to say, but I hope you all have been very good. But what do you say we get ourselves a little started, right? Neon, uh-oh. What happened? Oh, there we, okay. I have to do it that way. That's fine. We can work with that. But hi, Neon Gummy Bears. I hope you've been very good. Have you been good, Neon Gummy Bears? Sparkling Sage. What happened to my music? I had music. Hold on. It's gone. There we go. Okay, it's really quiet. I pushed the wrong buttons. There we go. Now we got a little bit of music. Fiery Asher. Welcome. And have you guys ever read Reddit's Am I the AH posts before? Am I the jerk posts before? I did this once in the past. I was like, why not do it again? Why not just have some fun with it and read? Depends. What do you mean depends? What do you mean you better have been good, especially you, Dazai. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm chilling. I slept at night last night, which is a miracle in itself. I almost never am able to sleep at night anymore, so I actually got some good rest. Jennifer not being good, wake up. Jennifer, wake up. Jennifer, listen to me. Listen to me now. I'm telling you to wake up right this second. You're not allowed to sleep. I have a few times, but not recently. Oh, you've been bad? You've been bad a few times, but not recent. Okay. Mods, keep an eye on Dasher, or Dazai. Now, why did I say Dasher? Oh, because I read Asher. Yeah, no, mods, please keep an eye on Dazai. Fiery Asher, I just said I'm doing pretty fantastic, my dude. I hope you're doing good as well. I'm listening. Oh, well, thank you, Jennifer Chan. I appreciate it. You look stunning today, by the way. I have a hidden camera where you are right now. And you look fantastic, Jennifer. If I could touch your hair right now, I would. And I would grab it and pull on it, but not too hard, you know, just enough. Just enough to make sure you feel it. I'm feeling depressed. I'll be fine. I know how it is, dude. I hope you feel better. Sleep is easy if you're canceled. Oh my gosh, wait, are we canceling people? Also, hi, Painting Bird. I hope you've been very, very good. Painting Bird. Your voice sounds amazing. No, you. No, you. Painting Bird. I see you've been getting into trouble in the Discord lately. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just calling them out for no reason. But what do you say we start reading a little bit? So this first one, and by the way, you guys are going to help me judge whether or not this person is a jerk or not. Today, coffee spilled in my car. It was kind of my fault. Oh, I'm sorry. That's rough. I hate that. But if I spilled my coffee, I would scream and cry because I usually have it after the gym because it gets me really high after the gym. Just like you, seeing pictures of you guys that I sneakily took when you weren't looking. But am I the jerk for telling my wife to get a job if she wants to subsidize the kids? Up until our youngest kid graduated from university, I worked crazy hours out of town to pay for everything. I worked 6 weeks on of 12-hour days. Then I would get 3 weeks off. That works out to 56 hours a week if you average it out. I've been doing that since I was 35 years old. It allowed my wife to stay at home and take care of the kids and the house. We also used it to pay off our mortgage as well as buy new cars for cash whenever we needed. I'll describe our budget so you guys can judge. After taxes, my take home to pay the mortgage and bills. Okay, this guy can't write. We then paid the kids' college funds, then into our retirement fund. Then we topped up our retirement account. Bro, this guy can't write. We put money into our emergency fund, then whatever's left we split it 50-50. Our tax refund was our vacation fund. Now I'm 55 and I'm tired. My body is beat and I need to slow down. Our kids are both through university, both got their degrees and have jobs. I did my part. The company I work for had a job open for an office job. I applied and got it. It's a 9-to-5 city job, 40 hours a week, better hourly rate, plus other compensation. However, it's a lot less money without the overtime. I was getting 44 hours a week of overtime. That's huge. But we have money in the bank, and I have an easy stretch until I retire. My wife, however, is upset. Both kids are struggling. For the record, they live at home rent-free, but they want cars and apartments of their own. They can afford that, they just won't be getting luxury cars and huge apartments. We no longer have a mortgage, and my wife and I are both driving vehicles purchased in the last 3 years. Still under warranty. Our budget no longer has education funds either. We still have more than we need, and my wife and I have $1,000 each month to spend however we want. I'm saving up for a new garage shop. My wife has been giving hers to the kids. She is hinting that I should also contribute. I think I have contributed enough. I told her to get a job. She is only 46, she can go to work and give them her salary. I still provide housing and food for all of them. She won't starve or anything. Her and the kids think that I'm being cruel, and one of the little craps said I was being lazy by cutting my hours so much. This is my hill to die on. I've worked hard and long enough. I want to enjoy life. Am I the jerk for telling her to get a job and give them the money? No, Teehee says Penny, bruh. But what do you think? Do you think they're the jerk? Where did I put the live? Over here. Okay, the screen's going to get weird for a moment. Hold on. Hold on. The screen's going to get a little weird. How do I make a poll? Okay, it's not gonna let me do that. Okay, just tell me, do you guys think this person is a jerk? What do you think? Based off of what I just read. Well, hold on, let me first tell you what other people said, and then I'll tell you what I think. Not the jerk. Your children need to learn to stand on their own 2 feet. How incredibly entitled of them to expect you to continue to fund their lifestyle. What the heck are they using their degrees for? Tell them to grow up and sort their lives out. Sorry I'm late, a little off today. Oh, I'm sorry, Rio, but it's good to have you, and I hope you're feeling better at least. I know how it is. I was really off yesterday. I was really off. I wasn't paying attention. Painting bird. Where you're just like, Astra makes sounds with his mouth. That second kid called me lazy. The second that kid called me lazy would be when their free rent ended. Not the jerk. Stick to what you said. Enjoy the office job until you retire. I'm blown away that your wife and children are acting so entitled and ungrateful. But hello. Basically, this person, they have kids at home. So summary for people who missed it. They have kids at home. The parents are retirement age. They allow the kids to live in the home. They paid for their kids' college. The kids went to college, have degrees, and I assume they work. However, the wife is saying, like, you should be giving them more money. So that way they can, like, live life even though they're past college age. And the father's like, no, I've contributed enough. They can work and try to earn their way up. So you should go get a job, wife. And that's going to be good. Paul Johnston, welcome in. Welcome. I think maybe the way he put it is kind of jerkish. Like the way he said it is kind of like a jerk. But I don't think that the concept in itself makes him a jerk. I just think he could have put it better. Something about being like, well, you know, if you want to make such a big deal out of it, go get a job. You know, to your wife, it's kind of like, I don't know if I'd put it that way. But I can understand where he's coming from. I don't know, it's kind of a confusing situation. Yeah, it's like the parents took good care of their kids up to that point. Justified AH would be, yeah, that'd be a good way to put it. Justified, I'll say jerk. Justifiably a jerk. But, you know, there's better ways to put it. But the concept is fine, I think. Can you please call me Owen? Okay, Owen. Everyone with all these different names gets complicated, but welcome in, Owen. How's it going, my dude? I'm going through reading Am I the Jerk posts off of Reddit, and we are judging. And I need you all to help me judge these people harshly. I'm just kidding, not harshly. Hold on. I need to. Okay, all right. I gotta make sure my voice stays up to par today. Am I the jerk for telling my coworker I was miscarrying after she tried to get me in trouble for excessive bathroom use? I don't really think he's a jerk. I don't know, it's kind of confusing. Yeah, I don't think he's a jerk either, just maybe a better way to put it, you know. I, female 26, have a coworker, Mary, whose main goal at work is to get the rest of us in trouble. Not off to a great start. Today, I was apparently the target. When I got back from lunch, my boss asked me to talk and explained how a coworker had complained that I had excessive bathroom use and that she and the other coworkers had to pick up my slack. Excessive was 10 minutes in the 4 hours before lunch. I took 40 minutes for lunch instead of the 30 we are supposed to. I was 8 weeks pregnant when I started miscarrying on Tuesday and called in sick to work. I was off yesterday since I'm working Saturday, but I decided to come into work today to try and use work to distract myself instead of sitting at home wallowing. Oh, poor thing. That's rough. I ended up explaining the situation to my boss to end the conversation. She apologized to me and offered me a couple days off, but I wanted to be at work to distract myself. After the meeting, Mary was looking at me extremely smug, clearly thinking she had gotten me in trouble, and I was so angry. So I told her sorry if she was so distracted by me being away from my desk for 20 minutes, but since I was miscarrying, I figured it was fine. Mary looked shocked but didn't speak or even look at me for the rest of the day. Yeah, I bet. It's none of your freaking business. Just leave people alone. After work, a coworker I'm friendly with said that I'm technically right and Mary was completely out of line. I shouldn't have said anything knowing it would create uncomfortable work. Nah, screw that. Nah, I'm mad. This one made me mad. This is rage bait for me. Sorry. I don't feel like I did anything wrong, and if Mary wants to micromanage everything, she should expect uncomfortable situations to arise. But I also get Mary isn't the only coworker that gets uncomfortable for, and I don't make things hard for my coworkers I actually get along with. So am I the jerk for telling Mary I was miscarrying when she tried to get me in trouble and making things uncomfortable at work? No. No. I'm sorry. I should have read what they say first, and then you guys then you guys tell me what you think. What do you guys think this woman's a jerk? Do you think she's a jerk? I'm sorry you lost Canla. What's Canla? I don't know what a Canla is. Screw her for real. You're real for that? No, this one made me mad. No hiccups, please not. Please, of all days, not today. Not when I'm reading. Not when I'm reading. Hi, Chat Chan, says Agent 10. Hello, Agent Chan. I hope you've been very, very good. I think she isn't a jerk because, like, Mary tried to get her in trouble. Yeah, screw Mary. First of all, not the jerk. Second, going to work after miscarrying takes a strong lady. That coworker needs to back off, and she doesn't sign the paychecks. I agree. Also, hi, Khaleesi. Hi. Hi. No hiccups. She isn't a jerk at all. Yeah, I agree, Enigma Raid. Welcome in. Fortunately, it looks like everyone agrees. In fact, they're questioning the business's bathroom policy. As someone with Crohn's, I have to agree. Yo, Sleepy Gamer, what's good? I'm trying so hard not to hiccup right now. No, this one made me legit angry. I mean, first of all, you know, someone else in the bathroom is none of your business, one. Two, why are you trying to get someone else in trouble? Like, you know, mind your business. 3, oh, you're going to complain about someone getting uncomfortable after you tell them why you're in the bathroom. Sorry, I'm just miscarrying right now. Are you kidding me? Nah, this one made me mad. This one actually made me mad. Okay, all right. I didn't expect it like rage bait that quickly, but I guess it is what it is. But hi, Sleepy Gamer. I hope you've been very, very good. Agreed. Also hard agree from me, bruh. I can't. I just can't, bruh. Okay. I'm going through these in order. These are from this month because I almost never do this. So this is a very rare thing for me to do. It'd be equally valid if they just had a serious case of the craps, but the reason given is just insane as well. I know it's really I feel really bad. I've had to see a lot of that kind of stuff happen, so I know how it is. Not that I've personally experienced it, but I've seen people go through that. It's not easy. I'd hate to work with that person. Yeah, I would make it my #1 prerogative to get that person fired. I'm not going to lie. What have I missed so far? Well, we read through 2 stories. So far, neither of them are the jerk. Finding ones that are declared the jerk are actually, it's kind of rare. Because fortunately, it seems like the people that post here have enough self-awareness to understand when, you know, they're not the jerk. I actually had a coworker who miscarried and still went to her day off. Oh my gosh. I was so ready to pull an all-day shift to cover. Mad respect for her. I felt so bad, but she was a trooper and still worked. Yeah, what a lot of people don't know is sometimes you have to go to the hospital after. And you have to get cleaned, for lack of a better word. I can't remember the actual medical term. But there's a medical procedure that they do to make sure you don't get infected after something like that. So, yeah, no, they got to be pretty rough people to do something like that. That's not easy. It's very, very, very strenuous. Not to mention the weeks leading up to it before. That doesn't help either. Also, that's a high honor action, Khaleesi. I like that. It's recommended. Yeah, it's just overall really terrible. Yeah. And almost always it takes a horrible mental toll. Almost always. From what I've seen. Personally. I've seen it personally. So, unfortunately. But the next one. Maybe it's a little more lighthearted. We'll see. Am I the jerk for making a mom pick up her daughter in the middle of the night from my kid's sleepover? This one's a little bit shorter. This weekend, I had a small birthday sleepover for my 8-year-old daughter and a couple of her friends. The night started completely normal. The girls had snacks, watched movies, and went to bed around 10:30. But around 1:30 a.m., one of them came into my room crying and woke me up. Single mom here, so there was no man in the room, don't worry. She said she was scared and wanted her mom. While I was trying to calm her down, she told me this was her first time sleeping somewhere new, which was unbeknownst to me and caught me off guard. I did try my best to comfort her. I sat with her and got her a drink, but she kept crying and getting more worked up, repeating that she wanted to go home. I gave it some time, but it wasn't getting any better. So at that point, I felt like it wouldn't be right to force her to stay somewhere where she was clearly not happy. I called her mom and asked if she could come pick her up right then and there. Her mom came, but seemed annoyed. The next morning, she texted me saying that she wished I had just waited it out until morning because now her daughter is embarrassed and might not want to try sleepovers again. Where I'm frustrated is that I feel like I was put in a bad position and destined to fail from the start. No matter what, I wasn't made aware that this was her first sleepover. I don't think it's fair to use someone else's house, especially during their child's birthday party, as a guinea pig without giving a heads up. I'm not mad at the girl at all. I felt really bad for her, but I also don't think it was my job to handle that level of distress all night. But I'm wondering if I should have just stayed up with her a bit longer to see if she'd go back to sleep and try to push through until morning, as the mom said. Huh. Oh, hi, Yuri and Yowie Lover. What a name. Your name always gets me. Welcome in. Yo, I can't believe the mom did that. She's the jerk for sure. Definitely. Yeah, this lady writing this post is absolutely the jerk. Not, not putting someone else's child that's in your house in an uncomfortable situation. Now that, yeah, I'm just kidding. I hope you guys know I'm just going with the flow here, because I'm just a hive mind of you guys. I just repeat what you guys tell me, basically. So I'm just a hive mind. But fortunately, it looks like what you guys are actually trying to say is a lot of these people are saying, not the jerk. I have to agree. Yeah, the poor kid. Definitely. It's like, have they not gone on vacation as a family before? That seems like that would be a better start for something like that. Now, to be fair to the mother that was angry, if it wouldn't have been my first thought to be like, oh, this is her first sleepover, by the way. You know, that wouldn't have been my first thought. And I think even if it got brought up, it would have been difficult to predict that the child would react that way to, you know, a sleepover, sleeping in someone else's house. So, I can't really blame the mother for that, but the mother of the child who got upset, maybe I can blame them for being like, well, why'd you do that? You should have just let him suffer through it, you know? Because when you're hosting someone else's, like, children at your house, you become responsible, legally speaking. And, yeah, no, so I think that was the correct call. So, hi, Sniper Mama. Hello. I hope you've been very good. I hope you're chilling. Not the jerk. I agree, not the jerk. The mom should have warned her. I agree too, but I don't think I would have thought of that, honestly. I don't know. Maybe a parent in that position would be more likely to think. We could ask Sniper Mama if your son was going over to a sleepover. Would you think to tell them, oh, this is my son's first sleepover? Because I personally don't think I would think to do something like that. I don't know. I don't think I would think about it. You know, so it's like, I can't blame the other mother for that. Maybe. I don't know. Sniper Mama's word is law here. So also Naomi Kawasaki, welcome in. You okay? I'm doing fantastic, my dude. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing very good. I shall be lurking. I'll be watching you. I don't think so, but I might. See, yeah, that was kind of my point with that one. Is like, it wouldn't be my first thought to be like, oh, this is their first sleepover, by the way. Be careful or something like that, you know? If the child is uncomfortable, then they shouldn't have to stay there longer. Yeah, pretty much. You know, if your child's sleeping elsewhere at someone else's house, and it's not like immediate family, you know, you kind of need to be on the ready and expect you might get a call in the middle of the night. And it's gonna suck. And sure, you might not like it, but I mean, it is what it is, you know? When I used to stay here, I would cry until mom would pick me up. Oh no! No, I think I do remember that though. No, this house is a little creepy at times too. Honestly, I would have said it, but because I'd be excited too. Fair! That's a fair point. It's like, oh my god, my little boy or my little girl's first sleepover. Ooh, you know, being like how parents are. Sorry, kid, I'm sleeping. Walk home and suffer. I usually give a warning of like, hey, he does XYZ or he might XYZ as a courtesy because they wouldn't know. I'm just used to giving rundowns, TBH. Okay, that's fair. So maybe you would mention it. Maybe you would. Maybe the parent would be like, I don't know if I can handle that. Or something too, and be like, oh, okay. You know, well, that sucks, but I understand kind of deal. I realize I would apologize too much in that situation. Oh, if you were the other parent? Yeah. I'd be like, my bad. I didn't think that would happen. My thing is the mother should be focusing on her kid, letting her know it's okay. Don't be embarrassed and not messaging the woman who did the right thing. You should have made her stay or whatever. Yeah. No, the message of you should have made her stay and probably took it out a little bit on the kid too. This is just conjecture though at that point. I think that's probably where they're wrong. So I would have to agree. I would still, of course, send the baby home. Let her be comforted by someone who loves her. I agree. I would do the same thing. If my child were at a sleepover, I'd be up all night just in case they call. I don't know. I don't have kids. Maybe I would. Well, knowing me, I'm going to be up all night anyways, so never mind. I probably would be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll head out there. No problem. Because I'll be awake at like 4 a.m. I probably mention it, but it's like in an informing way. Oh, yeah. I'd be up all night too, Neon TVH. Oh, that's cute. That's so cute. What good parents. What good parents. I've not had a sleepover since 2023. I can't remember the last time I've... Oh, well, in Japan, I guess technically I had some. I don't know if I really call them like sleepovers or whatever. Are you real? Do you mean real, Roberto? If you mean real, then no. I'm actually completely fake. Ain't nothing real about me, especially my tits. I'm a full-grown adult, and my mother still offers to get up if I'm ever uncomfortable in a new place sleeping over. Oh, that's cute. Yo, Rio, you know, can I talk to your mom? I'm kidding. This is a joke. Now, Astra has kids. You all are the kids. My hypothetical child or children. Yeah. I know. But that's still cute. Yeah, me too. My son stayed with his grandma one night to give me a break, and I didn't hardly sleep. I was stressed a little. Oh no! You didn't get your break in the end. No! I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I don't know. I have a feeling I would be like the very like, you know, sometimes kids gotta learn from their mistakes. Gotta go get hurt sometimes. But at the same time, if something really bad happened, I'd probably be sprinting across the city if I had to. Okay, next one. Let's go. Am I the jerk for wanting to continue taking my nightly showers? So me, 29, and my boyfriend, 28, have a 6-month-old baby who is exclusively breastfed. That was hard to say. Every night she wants to be nursed to sleep, which is fine, but I also like to take a shower every night before getting into bed. Fair. So sometimes I get her to sleep and I'll do some things before my shower, like do dishes, clean up a little, or whatever. Lately she's been waking up after about 45 minutes and crying and won't settle unless I get back in bed with her. We co-sleep and put her on the boob. So tonight I fed her and went to get right in the shower rather than doing my usual cleaning because I knew I had about 45 minutes, but his dog started barking at something and woke her up. I had to get out of the shower halfway to settle her. Now he's telling me that I need to start showering during the day and I can't shower at night because she always wakes up, but like no one's here to help me during the day, so I just feel like at night it makes the most sense. I also feel like he needs to learn how to settle her because it's not fair all the responsibility is on me and I can't even take a freaking shower before bed. Anyway, am I being unreasonable? Like, I want to continue to shower at night before going to bed. Let her take the shower. Just let her shower at night. Like okay, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be bursting your guys' eardrums. But just let her take a freaking shower, dude. Okay? That's like she's dealing with a kid all day. And the one thing she wants is a shower at night. Surely you can help in some capacity rather than being like, no, you gotta change your schedule around now, hun. No shower for you. Nope, not unreasonable. This is pretty clear. Yeah. No, I agree. But I need to read the first comment I see is where the F is he during all of this? You need to shower when I'm not here so I don't feel obligated to care for our child, not the jerk. That was in quotations. Again, not the, now she needs to do the 50 other things first, Joello. Oh yeah, instantly that boyfriend needs to learn to settle the baby. That's aggravating. Or at least help out in some capacity that will alleviate that stress. Because I don't think the boyfriend can put the child on the boob, considering, you know, his don't function that way. So if there's at least other things he can do, there's gotta be something, you know. Let her shower. Do you have kids? No, I don't have kids. But I was a kid at one point, and I know many people who have kids. Yeah, no, this lady wrote this, not a jerk. Hello, I'm an ISS NASA astronaut named Charles Joseph Camarda. Welcome in, welcome. I heard about the people going to space lately. Was that you? Odd thing to argue about a shower. Yeah, just like that's the one thing that gives her comfort in her routine. Figure out, like, rather than making her work around it, you try to help out at night. Now, there was a detail in here. The boyfriend goes to work during the day, and the vibe I'm getting, I think, is that this lady is a stay-at-home mom. But the thing is, the stay-at-home mom doesn't mean 24/7. So when you get home, you help out some. At least that's my understanding. I don't know, I could be insane, but that's always been my understanding. Plus, wouldn't you want to spend time with the kids if you're home? Isn't that why you go to work? So you could spend time with the kids when you get home? I don't know, that's what makes sense to me. You know, like, you got to take your child and, like, I don't know, go fishing or something. I'm not a huge fishing person, but I don't know, do something. Or, you know, go on a drive and do some, like, donuts in the parking lot. Like put your infant in, like, the car seat and go do some donuts or something. That's not a bad idea. You know, just go out and take your child and have fun. What if he takes the baby to the shower to be on the boob? Oh, that would still be kind of, well, that'd be kind of dangerous. I don't think you can do that in the shower. But yeah, no, I'm gonna declare not the jerk here, for wanting some help. Yeah, nah, not the jerk. Hi, do you want to hear a joke? Hit me with it, bruh. Hit me with it. Hit me with your best shot, bruh. Book of the 4-3 verbs. I don't know how to read your name, but that's what you'll be called from now on. I didn't enter this relationship to have a child to take care of said child. Yeah, no, like, what? I'm a man. I should never even, like, see my children. I should never, like, even in my own house, children. No. I have a better one for you. Children should be seen, not heard. Oh my gosh. No, okay, all right, I'm gonna stop right there. I have a feeling I'm about to get hit with the chancla from Sniper Waifu. She keeps hearing this kind of stuff. I'm about to get hit with a slipper or whatever. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm cutting that one short. The Malord mindset. You would, Lamau. I'm sorry, I really don't mean to. Well, it's kind of fun rage baiting you guys a little bit. All right, but let's see. I hope there's some really good rage bait in here. Please let there be some really. I want to get actually, like, infuriated. Also, hi, Duper. Hi. I hope you've been very good, Duper-chan. Am I the jerk? Husband cut off my son's hair, so I used his card to buy my son the designer jacket he's been wanting. Oh boy. Okay. My son is 17 and pretty much all his life has had long hair. He had long, thick, and very well maintained black hair that went just past his chest, and he loved it. My husband, his stepdad, has never been a fan of it and always thought it was girly. Oh, shut up. Sorry. He's never been mean or cruel about it to my son's face, but he said to me that he thinks he should cut it off. Who cares? I'm sorry, I need to stop. The two of them got into a huge fight because my son has been skipping classes. My husband decided that to punish him, he's going to cut his hair. I don't know how it went down, but when I came home, my son was crying and cutting his own hair in the mirror. I asked him what was wrong and what he was doing. He told me that my husband had randomly cut his hair short in spots and now he had to cut it really short to even it out and make it look okay. I went and spoke to my husband. That should not be the first thing you did here. To find out the specifics of what happened from his side, and well, it ended up in yelling because I don't agree with my son skipping classes. I felt that cutting his hair over it was cruel and horrible, when this could have been resolved another way. To cheer up my son, I brought him this affliction leather jacket he's wanted for a while out of my husband's money. Sorry. My husband found out and was furious, but I told him he shouldn't have cut my son's hair, and he can do this as an apology. It's going to take years for my son's hair to grow back, but my husband can make that money back quickly. Am I the jerk? Oh my gosh. Okay, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you guys? I think you guys already know what I think, but I'll give official opinion in a moment. You did, did y'all know my parents have a child? Had a child? What had or have? I hit him with love flippers. I like getting hit by Sniper Waifu. Hit me harder, yeah. Do you think you can buy a DAD? A dad. What's for breakfast, dad? I think I could be a dad, but I don't know. I think I'd be decent. I'm pretty good with kids, actually. I might be like a private guitar teacher again soon. I might actually be teaching guitar again. I don't know for sure though. I think I just cut my mouth on a Dorito. Oh no, good luck. Hit him more. Hit him more. Bro, I would have shaved the husband bald in his sleep. Same, well, dump him. Yeah, nah. If you want some reassurance, the first comment is you should divorce this man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if the wife here or the mom here had wielded violence against the stepdad, I wouldn't have blamed her. Like, how dare you? I probably shave his beard in his sleep. Oh, you can imagine the beard? So, oh, you're imagining him with a beard. Oh, Sniper Mama likes bearded men. Oh, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. No, speaking as someone with like medium long hair, I get really, really mad every time the barber cuts it shorter than I want it. If I was younger and like a step parent of mine was like, yeah, no, he needs to cut his hair short. And they like forced me to do it against my will. Well, they wouldn't be able to force me unless they held me down and actually shaved it themselves. I would, the things I would do, I would make their life a living heck from that point forward. I've always been really rebellious. Knowing me, I would have done some really, really, really bad stuff. I'm good with kids too, but they can be tiring. But being a guitar teacher is a cool position because they kind of like look up to you. Like, it's like the dude that plays guitar, you know. I can't explain it, but you have like this automatic aura. So like they like you a lot when they talk to you. But I find that a lot of the time the kids are they're just kind of looking for someone to talk to. You know, it's not even so, sometimes they want to learn guitar, but like especially ADHD kids, they don't really get enough care at home. And what happened there? I noticed that they really like wanted someone to talk to, which I can do, but then they slack on their practice and then their parents find out they're slacking and then they get taken out of lessons. I'm like, well, bruh, within limits, my skin is sensitive. Oh, I know what you mean. It gets really scratchy. Bro, I have to shave like every day. Like if it's bad, it's really bad. I definitely did not get short on like the testosterone, progesterone, because if I don't shave it, I'll look like a mountain man in no time. So yeah, I have to be very, very carefully shaven. Whoa, it's the dude that plays guitar. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how else to put it, but you know what I mean? Cute, that's cute. No, you're cute. You guys are cute. Shut up. Hair takes time to grow back and it's self-expression. Taking that away is cruel. Cutting hair without consent qualifies as assault. Yeah, no, that is definitely a form of assault. I would completely agree. It would probably go under the category of cruel and unusual punishment, even under law. Astra has a job. Well, I don't know if I'd call it a job per se, because honestly, I haven't even discussed pay with them. I'm just gonna do it just because they want me to, and even if I don't get paid, it's like whatever. My biggest thing is I hope the time is convenient. I don't mind kids because I used to take care of my little siblings a lot. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I could be like a babysitter, but like a guitar teacher, I could definitely do. I'm dead a mountain man. I mean, it's fitting. I don't know anyone else in my family that can grow one like I can, but I keep it shaven because I look like a caveman if I don't. All it takes is 2 weeks and I look like a caveman. So I have to shave. No functioning father, let alone an effing stepdad, would find that a reasonable punishment. Yeah, nah. Like, for example, let's say, like, I don't know, we'll just say our father, because Joel is my IRL brother, for those who don't know. Like my father just, like, lost his mind and forcibly cut Joello's hair. I would flip. I would probably disown my father over something like... He wouldn't. I'm going to clarify. He would never do that. But I'd probably disown him. Out of curiosity, what do you think is... Ohio, Megs! Hi! It's been a while, dude. How's it going? A reasonable punishment for skipping class? I mean, chores, grounding, community service. Oh no, my internet's cutting out. Oh no, 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 no. My internet cut out. My internet cut out for a moment, guys. Sorry. I don't know why it's doing this again. I thought this problem was solved, but it looks like it's not. I'm connected now. I don't know if y'all can hear me. But yeah, I mean, I can think of many other suitable punishments that don't involve even physically touching your child. I thought it was me. Yeah, I don't know why, but the internet cut out there for a second. That's my bad. Yeah. Hold on, let me see. Are we still? Yeah, okay. It looks like we're still chilling. It says classes, so more than one. Yeah, honestly, I like the idea of having your child do community service after school if they're skipping classes, because it does a lot of good in the process, and in fact, they might come to enjoy it. And like, you know, it's like an extracurricular, but you know, if they're not like attending classes, it's like, well, if you don't want to attend classes, then you have to do this after school. You know, that's my personal thought, personally. Now, if your child's really unruly, like, no, I'm not going to do that, and they just refuse to go, refuse to participate, well, then, you know, you might have to think differently. But this one is really long. This one is really long, which might mean it's really juicy. Maybe. I don't know. This one's really long if you can't see. Do we do this one? I want to hear what you guys think. I don't know if we should, because it's crazy long. Did I have to fill out an application? An application for what? For what? Astra, are you a lumberjack in disguise? I mean, I'm good with an axe. I'm like, that's not even like fake. I'm actually like just good with an axe. I think I would be a good mom. Ooh, if my daughter, I told her to go to the bus, she doesn't listen, I guess I gotta whip her on the behind. No. I used to get the thorns when I was a kid. I got the thorns. My son pooped. Oh, good luck. Oh no. That's actually a good one, as long as they're not failing due to homework. Yeah, if their homework is like behind, that's a little different. But then I think, you know, grounding is probably going to be most efficient. But I'm a fan of community service, you know. And then what if they come to enjoy community service? They might want to be like, hey, you know what? I just want to keep doing this, because why not? Yep. Yeah, no, this is very long. You guys are like, you guys aren't feeling the long one? Okay. I don't know if I have the attention span for it either, if I'm being honest. Okay, wow. This one's short, but it's got one heck of a title. Oh my gosh. I'm not hungry anymore. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Oh no. Jay, no more skibidi toiler. I can't remember how I said it really horribly one stream. Okay, anyways, on to the next one. Am I the jerk for wanting to advocate against our neighbor's intimacy offender son moving in? Our neighbor's husband passed away a few years ago. My husband and I went over to offer condolences because we'd been pretty close with him over the years. During the conversation, his wife mentioned that her son would be moving in with her pretty soon because he's getting out of prison. Later that day, we looked him up out of curiosity and found out he's a registered intimacy offender with multiple violations involving, young ones. Oh, God. Well, he shouldn't even be getting out of prison. Okay, anyway, opinions aside, they immediately made us really uncomfortable. We have a young child. There's an elementary school about a mile from our, oh God. And our neighborhood is full of kids who walk home from school, ride bikes outside, play in the yards, etc. My husband spoke with her again and asked if she planned to tell the neighbors about the situation. Her response was that her son was framed and that she shouldn't have to tell anyone because she lived in this neighborhood first and has lived here for years. That response honestly made us even more uneasy because it doesn't sound like she takes the charges seriously or plans to be cautious about the situation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's illegal. I agree. At the same time, I feel conflicted. She just lost her husband and is probably going through one of the worst times in her life. We were much closer to him than her, but I still feel bad for adding stress to her life right now. But I also feel like the safety of the kids in the neighborhood, including my own, matters more. Yeah. We don't want him moving in next door, but I also realize we probably can't legally stop it. If it's near a school zone, you might be able to. It depends on the state. So am I the jerk for getting upset about this? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I've seen some long posts take like 15 minutes to get through. Yeah, that one was going to take a while. I was like, I don't know about that one. Yeah, no, nope. Yeah, I'm not the jerk. Not the jerk. I'm gonna agree. Oh, sorry, I wrote it all wrong. It doesn't want to go to the bus. What I'm supposed to do? I'll put a hair. I don't think my daughter wants to go to community service. I am so confused, Roberto. I'm sorry. Well, you'd be like, it's community service or you don't have a phone. You know, that's like the most fair punishment. You don't have a phone, you don't have a computer, whatever, except what's necessary for school. Unfortunately, the children's safety more important than her feelers, regardless of the circumstances. My take is a little more extreme. I don't think this person should be out of jail, period. I mean, I understand that I'm not the one who decides that. I would definitely shame the family, get him out of the... Yeah. Also, hi, Chiaki, hi! I hope you've been good, Chiaki. Safety of the children takes priority, especially with how she seems to treat the accusations. Yeah. I wouldn't want my family anywhere near them. I agree. Hard agree. Accusations of the dude went on trial and found guilty. Yeah, it means that they found evidence beyond a reasonable doubt that this person committed a crime. Now, trust me, I do believe that there's corruption, you know, with all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to get too into that. But the likelihood of someone committing this type of crime and getting framed is pretty unlikely. Pretty unlikely. Were you hitting me with the pedantics? I just had to help my GF with something. Oh, how'd it go, Dazai? Was it fun? Did you have fun? Guilty and went to jail for it. Yeah, no, no. I don't even think they should be out of jail. I don't even know why, like... Yeah, no. No. I have more to say about that, but I'm not going to. I think you guys catch what I mean by not leaving jail. I'm gonna leave it there, though. I'm gonna leave that there. If my daughter doesn't listen to what I say, what do I do? If no community service, then, you know, I'm not really a big fan of corporal punishment for children. Now, corporal punishment for adults, on the other hand, I can get behind that. But for children, I'm not a very big fan of it. I don't think it's very good for growth. But, Law and Order music rolls in. No, they shouldn't even leave prison. There are no laws that force them to stay away from school. I thought there were. That seems like that should be a thing. That really should be a thing. That's concerning, Omegs. Okay. Well, okay. I really... Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm too, like, logical and correct and smart that I would think of something like that, but... You know, not trying to brag or anything. You know, that's all I'm saying. This one's a little long, but it's not, like, super, super long. So, I don't know. Let me... Okay. Okay, this one's apparently really juicy. I just looked at some of the comments. So we're gonna get a little bit juicy with this one. I could have sworn registered offenders are supposed to live a certain yeah, I thought so too. Maybe it depends on the state, but there are laws with... Okay, there are... Alright, I'm not insane. I could have sworn there was something like that. I don't even... Okay, you've heard my opinion enough. I'm not gonna repeat my... You guys know what I mean by not leaving prison. Prevent... If they, yeah, no, they need to, yeah, I'm gonna drop it, but you guys know what I mean. Am I the jerk for getting divorced as soon as my last kid was out of the house? I should have listened to my dad before I got married, but I was 18 and I knew everything. I was in love and I was going to be with her no matter what. We got married, we got jobs, we had 2 kids. My wife's family helped us with everything. My family was as supportive as they could be, but we sidelined them. We spent all our holidays with my wife's family. Both kids' birthday parties were held at my in-laws, and my parents were invited as a courtesy. That's a little bit of a red flag. We both worked and raised the kids, but as time went on, there were 2 groups in our home. Her and the kids were one, and then there was me. Okay, that's... There's a reason for things like that. All of my choices were undermined. All of my wishes were dismissed. I could not even have privacy in my own bedroom by locking the door because it stressed the kids to knock. After 20 years, I was done. Last fall, my youngest went away for school. I filed for divorce that week. We didn't have assets beside our cars. I walked away with nothing to show for it besides 2 kids that never thought about my side if the family as important. My side of the family as important. My ex claims that I blindsided her and she didn't know I was unhappy. I asked her what about our constant ongoing arguments for the last 14 years made her think I was happy or satisfied with our marriage. I asked her what she thought it meant that I was constantly suggesting we get counseling, both for ourselves and her for how she dedicated all her energy on the kids instead of us or herself. I said that when my dog died, I didn't get a new one because I knew that although I would be the one to care for them and pay for all the bills, she would find a way to claim him during a divorce. So I'm 41 and starting over, and it took me no time to find a better job. The only thing keeping me in my old one was that I was home every night. Now I'm working in a different city doing a night shift and making more money than I ever did before. I have a rescue dog I got the week I left. I'm walking him more and have met new friends in my neighborhood and at the dog park. My ex's family, her and our kids think I'm the jerk for not communicating that I was unhappy and just leaving. I talk to her constantly about everything that was bothering me. The kids being allowed to come into the bedroom without knocking. Her unwillingness to eat when I cooked my cultural food and letting the kids not eat it too. Cultural factor could be a big factor here, but they didn't list anything about it really. How I had to attend events with my family alone because she didn't want to come or let the kids come. Plus a million other things. I've started dating. She is amazing. Shelly is a teacher, never been married, 32. We aren't at the meeting family stage yet, but I've met a lot of her friends and I will be attending Easter at her house, where she is hosting for everyone who isn't going home. This is another problem because I moved on so quickly. It's really not. I had been checked out of our marriage for years. She is having a tougher time. She's not in the right place to date and her priorities are the kids. The adult kids who do not live at home. I've seen a few posts lately that made me want to ask, I know how I feel. I know how she feels. I'm mostly estranged to my family, so I won't count their opinions. And the kids and her family have been clear about me abandoning her after all this time. Am I the jerk for leaving as soon as I could after our youngest left? This one is complicated. This one is a little complicated. Oily Los Blocks, welcome in, welcome. Not the jerk for leaving because he needed to get out, the jerk for everything else he did along the way. Yeah, so the thing that kind of tipped me off is just simply the way he talks about, like, he never mentions anything that he might have done wrong. It's definitely not an impartial, unbiased opinion here. So I'm feeling some level of bias, and it takes 2 to tango in a relationship. And the fact that like a faction was created in the house, I mean, it can happen and it's possible. It's one person's fault, but I really doubt it. This is just me speaking instinctually here. I really, really doubt that everything was the wife's fault. I really doubt that. This was something for real. This one was like, I don't even know where to begin. Like, I don't really like how he talks about his children either. You know, the one thing I do disagree with most like mainstream ideas about marriage is I do actually think you prioritize your spouse over children. And this sounds crazy, but hear me out. Hear me out. I know this is maybe an unpopular opinion, but the reason is because if you have a good marriage, the children get to see what a good marriage looks like growing up, and they're more likely to have a stable home. That's my reasoning behind that. So, but at the same time, something is clearly, I think there's probably many things wrong on both sides. And, you know, this guy, I don't know. It's complicated. I kind of, not the jerk. I'm kind of surprised he waited that long to file for a divorce. The fact he waited says to me he thought about the kids first, not wanting to cause them upset. That was something I also thought of, which is why I'm kind of in the middle. Like, it's just because simply for the reason it takes two to tango. But leaving without explaining what's really going on, kind of big red flag. Well, what he stated is he tried multiple times through counseling, like recommending counseling and constant arguments happening. Got to hear both sides before you can decide who's wrong. Yeah, this is just a little too biased. A little too biased for me. So that's why I have a hard time saying not the jerk. But I do respect he waited until the kids were out of the house. One person doesn't have to always be the jerk. Yeah, that's also something else I was thinking is it could be both parties in this case. This boy, her hair rhythm up, and then he was dating a girl and then is a jerk, or the lady's a jerk. Okay, so the whole concept of this Reddit or subreddit is the person who wrote this post, are they a jerk? So that's kind of what that's kind of what we're debating here, is like, is this person a jerk? And it's complicated. Now I'm gonna read what other people say, because that was a lot of information to process. I don't know, I'm in the middle here. What are you going to do to repair the relationship with your parents if you still have one? That is interesting. That's an interesting one. Honestly, man, the way you talk about your kids is crazy. It makes me feel there is way more to this. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Yep, exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. I don't know if you guys can see right here. This dude said exactly what I'm thinking. You talk as if they're just your random college roommates. This is so similar to my life, though. No, Duber, no, no. I'm sorry, Duber. Yeah, that's actually rough, dude. I feel it. I won't get too deep into it, but I feel it. I feel it, dude. I guess an interesting question would be that I read through there is, should he just have divorced sooner? Would that have been the wise thing to do? I'm kind of interested, like maybe the cultural influence over this too. Like what governing culture was in the house. Or cultures, maybe. The clap. Yep, it is like exactly what I was thinking. Oh, Izumi, hi! How have you been, Izumi? I hope you've been very good. But yeah, I'm sorry, Duber. Dang, Duber. Yeah, I know how it is. Trust me, I know how it is. This boy has a girl, and he risked me up, and I don't know what to do. I feel like he is the jerk right now, but I may have a curse on him. Oh, he hit you up, you mean? Like he's hitting on you? If he's with somebody else, I would avoid that big time. I would very, very much avoid that. I'm not a big supporter of infidelity in here, so, you know, from experience, I would have loved if my parents divorced sooner. Interesting. That's a really interesting take. But I mean, honestly, like if they were that miserable, I don't know, maybe the kids saw it, maybe they didn't. I would say in all likelihood, they probably did not like the arguing. They might have been better off if they divorced. I'd love to know the kids' input on this. How do they really feel about their dad? Yeah, that too. I think that's the most important opinion here, actually. How have you been? I've been okay. I sadly gotten cheated on, but no, I'm sorry. That's rough, dude. Well, screw that person. As I just said, I'm not a big supporter of infidelity. Speak of the devil. I'm so sorry, Izumi. No. Also, Chris Claudio, welcome in. Kuya, Mr. Astro Yonako song. English America, USA. Happy Good Evening Friday. Happy Easter, Jesus Christ. I can't even say that. I can't say that fast. Alleluia. Amen. Chris Molina, Philippines Filipino. Welcome, Chris Claudio. Yeah, it is almost Easter. I have to play in a big concert on Sunday. We got a big concert thingy going on. Call me a bad guy, but it's better getting a divorce sooner than constant argument in the house. Yeah, that's why, even though it's kind of an unpopular opinion, I believe you should prioritize your spouse. And then, as a result of having a good relationship with your spouse, the relationship with your children is also very good. That's my thought. I don't know. Maybe I'm insane. Zaroon Hanif, welcome, and we're reading Reddit Am I the Jerk posts. And I need you to help me figure out if they're a jerk. How the heck does an ID expire if you're still the same person? Fair. I think it's just because they want to update your information, because the government loves to track people, Yoko. You know, the government just loves tracking people. Also, Amanda Ramos, welcome. Well, hello. Well, hi. Hi, Sugar Plum. Welcome in. You're looking real good today. Yeah. Strut your stuff, girl. Yeah. Do you play Stardew Valley? And if you do, what's your favorite character? I do not. I've not played it, but Joello plays it. I've seen Joello playing it. Balance is necessary either way. I agree. Yeah, no, I completely agree. If you really think about it, cheese is just a loaf of milk. Actually, yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate. It's like separating the chaff from the seeds of wheat or something and making bread. You're separating curds from the whey and you're making bread out of the curds. That's actually very, very accurate. I agree. I mean, I like my loaf of milk and my loaf of bread. I can eat them all day. No, I like that. I like that. I would pin you, but I can't right now because it's a sensitive operation, kind of. And there's a fly in here. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I really have the time to read and Reddit. What do you mean, Matcha? Matcha, what are you even talking about, bruh? Also, welcome. Bro, you technically have 3 minutes to live, but whenever you breathe, you reset the timer. Okay, well, let's test this theory. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I quit the game after I couldn't get Haley a sunflower for her birthday. No. Who's the jerk? Oh, No, you're not a jerk. I'm not saying that you're a jerk. We have to determine if this person who wrote this post is a jerk. But you know what? Let's go ahead and read, and then you can tell me what you think. Will I be the jerk if I called out my allergic friend for eating her no-no foods? I, 32 female, have a friend, Dina, 38F, who has a constantly changing and ever-growing list of things she won't eat. Gluten, dairy, certain spices, nightshades, beans, and certain protein isolates, specific thickening agents, and nuts. That's like everything. When I host a party, if there isn't anything totally free of all these things on her list of the week, then she'll refuse to eat at all and kind of pout a little. I take pride in my cooking, and I take pride in being a good host who takes care of her guests. It upsets me when I read labels on everything, some soy sauces that are not gluten-free, some dairy substitutes have guar gum, etc. Only to have her announce a new forbidden food that wasn't on the list before. But what grinds my gears more is when I do manage to make something she can eat, only for her to take a few small bites before sneaking into the kitchen to eat the regular food. For example, I completely sanitized my whole kitchen before making her a hypoallergenic pizza. What? That's a thing? Okay, sorry. Then put it in an airtight container before making regular pizza for everyone else. When she arrived, she said thanks. She took a slice of her special pizza. One other person asked her if they could try hers just to see how different it was, so they also took a slice. The other 6 slices remained untouched. Then when I got up to use the bathroom during the big game, I saw Dina eating a slice of the regular pizza in the kitchen over the sink. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to make a fuss. Also, I had to pee pretty bad. When I came back out of the bathroom, she had rejoined the party. No ill effects were observed. Later, another friend complained of the same thing, spending hours doing the research, making the special dish, and then catching Dina eating a Girl Scout cookie. I'm currently making a cake for Dina's birthday. I used to be a pastry chef. Ooh, this is some random person. I don't know why I got excited about that. And it's taken a lot of skill and effort. If I see her eating regular food, would it be a jerk move for me to ask her why she does this? What do you guys think? There's an edit on here. No, I'm saying I'm in to determine who is the jerk. So do you think the person who wrote this is a jerk? I don't think asking a question at this point would be weird, personally. I'm lactose, but I still eat dairy. Oh no, I know, bro. I don't have an issue with lactose or anything, but there's a few foods that do make me go bonkers, so I know how it is. People who take care of chickens are literally just chicken tenders. So if I take care of you, I would be a beautiful, delicious person tender. Joella, you are manually breathing now. Thanks, Jay. Jay, now you got us all doing it. That's a long list. I mean, who's going to remember all that? Yeah, I straight up couldn't. Manual breathing doesn't work on me anymore. She is not the jerk. I agree. I agree that she is not the jerk. I completely agree. She's crazy. Yeah, so if this was like a legitimate food sensitivity thing, and you didn't catch them eating the forbidden food after, it would be like, oh, okay, you know, it's worth the effort, like, to try to accommodate somebody, but it's not a legitimate, like, food sensitivity or something like that. It's just like, it's kind of random, and then they go and eat whatever anyways after. So I wouldn't even bother with the effort at that point. I'd be like, bruh, just bring it up. It's not a weird thing to ask. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't have that much patience. I would not have the patience. But yeah, I would just ask and be like, you know, I noticed you're eating like regular food when you say you can't and something. Just ask. If anything, when I'm at the gym, I have to intentionally enter that mode because I just stopped breathing. Yeah, I got a little bit concerned with one lift, but now you have good breathing. I'll say posture. I don't know what else to call it. But I was a little concerned because you weren't like really breathing much while doing it. I was like, you're going to drop the weight on you. They're making it weird for no reason. It's the other person making it weird. They go and eat regular food after they're like, no, I can't eat that. It's like, bruh. Just ask. Yeah, I agree. I just lost them. Well, dang it. Jay's comment spiraled me into it. Well, now we all lost the game because of you. Thanks. See, Jay, do you see what you've done? You made us lose the game. But no, I don't think it would be weird to ask, if the friend has a legit food sensitivity, then that's fine. But if not, it's kind of selfish in a way to, you know, ask someone to make something special or expect someone to make something special or pout when they don't, when you just go and eat the other food anyways, you know. That's just sorry off topic, but I guess my MBTI. So I don't know MBTI well enough. I have a feeling yours starts with an I though. Do you start with an I? Good, happy to help. Dang it, Jay. All right, everyone cancel Jay in the chat. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I choose not to believe in any ongoing game through sheer stupidity. Fair. Fair. Also hibiscus, meaning chilled out vibe. I remembered. No, I'm late. Hi, Moo. Hi. Welcome in. You're never late, Moo. You're welcome anytime. The only one who's ever late is Magic. And Magic is always late. To each their own. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I think there's many different ways you could think about it that would be very valid in that situation. Okay, this is another situation. Interesting, interesting. But hi, Moo. I hope you've been good, and you've probably been playing a lot of Dandy's World. I hope you've locked in lately, Moo-chan. I hope you felt very, very locked in, Moo. But shall we read the next one? Am I the jerk for moving out after my wife let our kids move home? My wife and I have been married for 30 years. We have 2 adult children who have both Both have degrees and careers. God, I need to get it together. 6 months ago, our daughter moved home after a breakup. I offered to help her get an apartment, but her mom said I was being heartless and let her move back. Then 4 months ago, our son moved back home because his job offered him the opportunity in our city. He had moved away to accept a job in a rural town straight out of college. Both kids are employed and were able to support themselves prior to their mom allowing them to move home. I talked to my wife because our bills started going up. All our utilities have increased with the kids back home, also our grocery bills. It's nuts how much more money I have to put in. Once again, she said I should be happy the kids are home. I kind of agree with that sentiment, I'm not gonna lie, but. I tried talking to the kids individually and together. They said they understood my position, and then the little effers went and cried to their mom. I said, F it, I talked to my boss and took a contract that takes me out of town for a month at a time. I've been avoiding these because I'm old and I have seniority. I put my share of the budget in our shared account. I went to work and it was glorious. I had a hotel room to myself, $160 a day for living allowance. The work is simple. I called my wife every day to check in and see how everything is going. First month, everything went well. Then I get my week off. I went for walks every morning and had breakfast out. Lunch, I ate out again, just a meal replacement smoothie or a bar. Then dinner, I ate at local restaurants. I got home and watched some TV and went to sleep. Second month, my wife asked me for money while I was away. I asked why. She said that our budget didn't cover the bills. I asked for proof that the budget we agreed on did not cover the bills or that there was a sudden rise in the bills. She said I dang well knew why the budget wasn't covering the bills. I told her to make them pay their part. She wouldn't and took extra money from her savings. I took my week off and visited my family in Ireland. Third month we were talking and she said that the kids were giving her money, but it wasn't enough. I asked how much they give her, $100 each for utilities and groceries, so $200 total, and it didn't cover the bills. I was shocked. I said I wasn't going to pay to house and feed 3 adults who have full-time jobs that couldn't afford to pay their own way. For the record, the 3 of them together earn almost twice what I do. They can absolutely take care of themselves. My wife is basically begging me for money now. The money she would normally use for hair and other beauty appointments is now going for groceries. She is skipping out on meeting up with her friends because she doesn't have the money. She asked me to talk to the kids about giving more money. I'll have to say I'd done that and they tattled to her, and she said I was a monster for being mean to her poor babies. That's an exaggeration. It didn't happen exactly that way. Before you ask, I love my kids, but I feel no need to pay for their lives. The wife and I have lots of problems, but we're working on them, and we're doing okay before she decided to let the kids move back. I'm absolutely a grumpy old jerk. I like my privacy. I like not having to wait for a bathroom at home. Each of our kids able to support themselves without my money. Our son got a promotion with a raise, moved back to our city. He could afford his own home and bills. He just wants me to pay for him. Our daughter is dating a different guy and she can afford her own place. I would have no problem housing her while she was getting over her breakup. I prefer not to divorce over this, but I will not support 3 working adults. I've worked hard to be able to have a pretty good life. I deserve to enjoy it. Okay. I have a bit of a nuanced answer for this, I think, but I want to see what you guys think. What do you guys think? Moo, don't tell me to shh. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm gonna be canceled. This shall be fun. What supposed can stop me? Whoa. New skins came out. I know. I need to get rest of the characters and skins and stuff. Then I wonder for years from now why they don't come and visit him. Yeah. That's my thought. That's one of my thoughts. Wow. I agree, Chelsea. Also, hi, Chelsea. Hi. I don't know how to feel about this one. Yeah, it's complicated. Maybe she's just overprotective. Hard to explain over text. Nuh-uh, bruh. Both red flags. Yeah, nah, there's quite a lot of red flags going around here. You know, I was willing to see some point of his view until he said he felt no obligation to pay for his life. Those are your kids. So weird take, sir. Yeah. To an extent. Now, if they're all working and making more money than him, I do believe asking them to contribute to the household is a very reasonable expectation. Also, Rhea Fatar, welcome in. But the problem that's happening is, so the wife will not support that sentiment, or at least not when the husband was at home, and won't set the boundaries for that. So if they get just enough to cover the additional expense, you know, and stuff like that from the kids who are making more than their father, and the wife would be willing to, you know, back him up on that, I think that would be fine. However, running away, leaving your wife at home, like basically broke and struggling, and running away for months at a time, I don't think is the correct answer to this either. I don't think that's how you're going to solve this situation. I think that in itself is a jerk move. So, I don't know. They all got a lot of stuff to figure out. I low-key ain't comprehend shit. It's all good, bruh. It's all good. Pay rent, kids. Yeah, at least enough to cover the additional expense, you know? I feel for him in the sense that if they're adults, they should understand and want to help provide. Yeah, if they have the capacity to do so, I don't see why they wouldn't, you know? It also strikes me as once you're 18, you're out the door, though. Yeah, I don't like that sentiment either. The kids need to step up to some degree, but there's a weird air here. Yeah, the leave threw me off. Yeah, there's something wrong all around in this situation. It's a dysfunctional family system that's happening here. So everybody's got something screwed up. The children got something screwed up, the wife's got something screwed up, and the husband's got something screwed up. All of them are screwing up somehow. I mean, the father did bring it all up at the start and then was told otherwise. Yeah, it's just, I don't like the idea of running off on your family for months and months and leaving them behind to struggle. There's got to be a better way to solve it than that, is my thought. The entire family has issues, I fear. That's what I think. So, I'm gonna say everyone's a jerk, in a way. Maybe to differing degrees. But I think everyone's a jerk. The entire family has issues, I fear. Oh, I already read that, but yeah. I feel like there was a lot of terrible parenting to get to this point. Good point. That's actually a really good point. This is what we call an everyone sucks here. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, it's something. I think the father was in the right here. That's fair. It doesn't sit right with me. I wouldn't say he's morally unjustified. I just don't think it's the best thing to do, you know. In the same way, I don't think the wife is morally unjustified either. The kids are, because they have the capacity to help, but they're not. If the kids chose to help, this problem wouldn't have occurred in the first place. Most likely. I don't know, but most likely. But, I don't think either of the parents are morally unjustified for the way they feel, but there's probably there's a better way all around. Also, Mia Gonzalez, welcome in, welcome. My parents let me move home. I'm reading some of the comments right now. Let me move home for transition periods of my adult life. Always ended up being summer for some reason, but I never have expected them to cover everything when I was fully employed and capable. Absolutely not. Fair, yeah. The father did ask the kids to help, and they went to complain to the mom about it. Yeah. No, like I said, I understand the way the mom feels, but I also understand the way the dad feels. You know, so there's got to be something better. Your kids are taking advantage of you. They know dang well the cost of living certainly aren't stupid to think that $100 covers your inconvenience. Yeah. We're talking about this post here where basically a summary of kind of what happened is the father moved out because the kids wouldn't contribute to the house and like household bills, and the wife wouldn't enforce it. So he only sends them a minimum amount of money required for them to get by while he's living away however he wants to. Yeah, living at home with parents saves you a ton of money compared to living alone. Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially these days. Oh my gosh. Like, it is, you save a lot. I realize maybe he is fabricating the situation too. Yeah, I agree. It's just, we kind of have to go off of what's there, but it could be very biased. I agree. There'd be no excuse for the kids not to pitch in. Yeah, for sure. This sounds like a divorce without getting a divorce, so separation. Yeah, it sounds like just basically they're just separated right now. I don't know. I mean, that's tough. That's tough. It's a dysfunctional family system they got going. I also think he's biased talking about a divorce and leaving on business. Yeah. No, because me speaking, like, I'm not married, but like, I just don't know if I could up and leave my like wife and kids, you know, even if they're all adults. Well, I mean, obviously, okay, you know what I mean by that. Even if all of my kids were adults by that point, I just don't think I could leave the house that easily, you know? Like, unless I had to. If it was out of necessity, that's different. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Also, thank you, Duber Chan. I appreciate it. And you better not be working right now. You better not be working, Duber D. Not sure about the son, but I have to wonder if the daughter even had enough money to spare. If she had to break up and move back, she was living with her partner, who might have been the breadwinner. So he did say the kids were making more than him. And he didn't specify that except his daughter. So you just kind of have to take him at his word on that one. Whether or not it's true, I have no clue. But if that was the case, it's like, yeah, you can't expect someone who literally doesn't have a job to pay money that they literally don't have, you know? So that's a bit of a different situation. Kids are tough. Daughter was able to move out, so we can assume she was making money. Yeah, and that seems like that's how he worded it too. Okay, next one. Am I the jerk for telling my husband no? My husband, 40, and I, 33, are having a disagreement. His daughter, 15, had an ill-fitting hand-cut tube top on that she wore to school one day. Hold on. Sorry about that. Also, thank you, Rio. I appreciate it. Before I get this thing and try and guess who loves you. Oh, I appreciate it, Rio. We, all of us collectively in here, love you too. Hibiscus Rose. Hibiscus Rose. I don't know any more flower code. But hold on, I'm gonna bonk you. Let me bonk Rio real quick. Ow. Bonk. Thank you, Rio. I appreciate it, my dude. Okay, all right, yeah, let's handcuff tube top. I know it sounds like some. I don't even know where to start. That's just, yeah, I don't even know. My husband 40 and I 33 are having a disagreement. His daughter 15 had an ill-fitting hand-cut tube top on that she wore to school that day. I told her it was time to get rid of the shirt and asked her to turn it in. He said, no, take it off right here and give it to me, which I said, no, you don't have to do that. Go to your room and bring it back. The look on her face when he asked was the look of someone who was uncomfortable, and she shook her head no. She went to her room, brought the shirt back. He says, I disrespected him and undermined him. I said, no, I was protecting his teenage daughter from abuse. Okay, so it is his daughter. What do you all think? I don't like that personally. Not a big fan of that personally. We love you too. Yeah, we love our little Rio. Rio needs to be like, okay, I'm sorry, I had to do that. Yeah, I was really worried when she said husband that it was a stepdad, and I was like, oh no. That's what I was thinking. No, okay, so it's the biological father, which is still weird. But I don't know what you just read. I need to reread it, TBH. Yeah, no, I read it kind of bad. I don't know. After a little while, my like reading focus kind of goes out the door. Just a tube top made from a normal shirt and cropped to fit like one. Oh yeah. That's what I think too. Why would our own father humiliate? Yeah, this it's not right. I don't know how you, no matter how you look at it, it's not good. Actually, there's a comment right below. Ask him if he would be comfortable making that same demand in front of a CPS worker. Ask him why he's so invested in humiliating his daughter and trying to see her. Fair. Fair enough. That's a great point. And my father even thought about saying something like that. My mom would have him buried so deep in the ground, not even the cop dogs would find him. Yep. As she should. As she should. This one is nah. So I don't know. You know, I would want to know more detail on certain things, because I almost wonder if he got like really heated and angry in the moment and wasn't thinking about what it actually meant and was just like, she needs to be disciplined because she's not being good, and just said something without thinking and didn't really think about like the implications of it. But even still, not good. Not good no matter how you look at it. It's not good. What is with these parents and humiliation punishments? These people need to get evaluated. Yeah, for real. For real. It's still not cool. I completely agree. Even if, and that's just me being devil's advocate there, trying to paint it in the best light possible, which is still awful. Don't get me wrong, it's still awful. I just don't trust the way this post was worded. Yeah, I could see what you mean. I could see what you mean. No matter how you look at it, I don't think it's a good situation. I don't think they're gonna be right. I definitely hope it was like exaggeration or something, but you know, you don't even know. So from what I'm hearing so far is everyone is a bad parent. Not everyone, but unfortunately it seems a little bit more common than you might think. I wouldn't be surprised if he said it from anger, but that raises a different issue. What else could he be saying in anger? That's a good point too, yeah. No, it might need to be psychologically evaluated. That's also a very good point. Oh my God, okay, no. No, that is too long. I'm sorry, I'm not reading, that is way too long. Okay, all right, this one's better. Yeah, so he could be getting mad and loses all mental function and gives unreasonable punishment. That's entirely possible. I read that lad? Lad? What lad? Parents do be regular old people though, not all knowing deities. Yeah, I agree. So it's entirely possible it was a mistake in the heat of the moment and it's like, oh, I did not mean it that way, my bad. But he needs to apologize quickly and be like, that was not appropriate, I'm sorry, I was not thinking. Like a very quick apology. Yeah. So that's just painting it in the best possible light. It's entirely possible he meant it in the way that they were implying it, and it's like, oh dear God. I meant read that. Oh, you've already read it? It was way too long. It was way too long for me. Was it at least juicy matcha? Was it at least a juicy one? The title looked interesting. I don't know, but it seemed like it was juicy. Yeah. No, definitely if you're gonna do, like, be like that to your kids, probably, yeah, use protection. All right, let's see. If you were a candy, what would you taste like and why? Well, people declared I was some type of ice cream last time. I can't remember what they said, but I was a type of ice cream. But I really like sour candy. I'm a big fan of like really sour and gummy stuff, but I don't get it very often, but I really like it. Seen similar story. Oh, like IRL? Oh gosh, if you've seen it IRL, oh no. Am I the jerk for refusing to bend my boundary about kids? So based off the title, what I'm already thinking is like, the wife is like, I don't ever want to have kids, and then the husband changes his mind later on, or boyfriend or whatever. I don't know, we'll see. Ooh, yes. Yeah, I love my sour, like, gummy stuff, but I don't get it very often. But, sugar is good for me, because I need the freaking... Oh, Leo. Welcome in. I hope you've been good, Leo. How's it going, my dude? What have you been up to? It's fun to say your name, by the way. I like your name. Okay, I'm actually gonna read. I, 30F, have been seeing Ben, 32M, for a few months. On the 5th date, I brought up more topics from our dating profiles. I specifically asked his stance on children as his profile said he didn't have but was open to kids. Mine states doesn't have and don't want children. What do you know? I got it exactly right. During the conversation, he stated he always seen himself as a father and hadn't ever considered not having any. I said I have no plans to have children as I live my child-free lifestyle. He started saying how cute my kid would be, but was cut short when food came and the topic was dropped. A few days later, he texted me about being quieter than normal and asked if it was the kid topic. I said I had been thinking about our conversation and don't think we are aligned long-term as he possibly wants children. So I don't think we should continue as I don't want to lead him on. Fair. He was upset and said he wouldn't date someone with kids, but always assumed the woman he did date would want them. Huh? He continued saying it was too early for those kind of deep conversations and we should have waited. I stated it's a massive deal breaker for me as I'm currently taking steps to ensure I will not be able to have children in the future. He got more upset and compared it to me asking him to move across the country, that it isn't black and white and there are pros and cons to both. Then went on to say the topic is layered and we know so little about each other but have potential, so don't throw away the whole relationship over a small disagreement. Okay, well, let me read the rest. I said I was getting the procedure done so children isn't a compromise situation for me and timing of the conversation would not have changed my stance. Ben said I was drawing a very aggressive line for us. Okay. Ben stated that we haven't built enough of a relationship for me to hear him and wants to continue the conversation in person instead of over text. Am I the jerk for the way I handled the situation? I don't want to continue knowing he possibly wants kids. I truly can't see where this is something that isn't black and white clear. Bend on my boundary? I don't get that title. Oh, I'll bend your boundary. No, okay, no, I'm kidding. To bend on my boundary, like violate their own boundary, I guess is another way to say eating tiramisu cake while listening to this, sharing with everyone. Ooh, that sounds good. I want to try that. Also, Marius. Well, your name sounds like Roman. Marius. Welcome in. How we do? Oh, Mackenzie. Hi, Mackenzie. I hate when people do this. You need to have these deep conversations early on. I agree. Shouldn't have even continued dating this chick if he wanted kids. That's just stupid. They're both in their 30s and are probably fairly sure about what they want at this point. I agree. But you know what his intention probably was? To, you know, get her like on the hook and then just get her pregnant and then just roll with it. You know, that was probably his plan. I hate when this kind of crap happens. Yeah. No, not a jerk. I agree. This lady is not a jerk. In fact, I think it's honorable to draw the boundary early on and be like, yeah, not worth it. They've only been dating a few months too. So it's not like, you know, you cannot change people's values at once for your own gain. Yeah. Ben needs to go. I agree. Not the jerk. It's not like he just doesn't respect her desires. I completely agree. But I have a feeling that his intention was to try to baby trap, kind of. Into a relationship. So, like, after he got to know her, either that or they get married. And then, like, even though she knows she doesn't want kids, was to try with kids. So that's probably when she was like, I plan on, I assume a hysterectomy or a tubes tied or whatever. That's probably why he got so, like, upset when she mentioned that. Because that makes it impossible. That makes it literally impossible. Well, you know, virtually impossible, I should say. Because it's still possible, but it's a very low chance after that kind of procedure. That's what I'm getting from this. That's what I'm getting from this, and it's not good. So definitely not the jerk. I'm going to very firmly declare not the jerk here. Imagine the life of the children if he got away with that crap. So short-sighted. Yeah. Baby trap is real. Yeah, that's really what I think was going on here. It was a manipulation tactic, I think. I could be wrong, but it seems like a manipulation tactic to me. I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah, no, kind of messed up. I can't support that. All right. Hold on, I gotta put in a very special medication that goes in my lip really quickly. That's what I was thinking. Ben just wanted to keep tricking her so they could get kids. Bro, if she feels uncomfortable, doesn't want kids, I would have left him if he didn't accept that I don't want kids. Yeah, well, honestly, if they talk about it and one's like, I want children, and the other's like, I never want children. Like, even if they accept, like, the fact that the other person feels that way, they should probably split up because they're not aligned, you know? Even if they're like, oh, you know what, that's okay. I'll still continue with this relationship. I just don't think that's a good idea in general. If they're like, I absolutely do not ever want kids. Astra, give me one, I'm out, bruh. If I could like flick one to you right now, I totally would. But unfortunately, I can't pass it through the screen. I'll have to have one of my private investigators send it to you. A group of kids oh my god, call the police, bro. You call the police for that, that's screwed up. I want your children. Oh my god, curdled milk VT, what are you going on about, bruh? You little loaf of cheese, loaf of milk, cheese milk. What do you, who do you think you are? I'm just messing with you. Whoa, dang, I got ahead of the story. Okay, you enjoy J-Coon. This little milky, juicy dude coming in here immediately just swinging. You absolute madman, but welcome in. Am I the jerk for potentially ruining my brother and sister-in-law financially? My brother and sister-in-law, oh my gosh. My brother and sister-in-law recently had a child together, which is awesome, but I also found out they actually don't pay rent to our mom. They are staying in her old house. She wanted to downsize and move back home for better weather. Things have been tight for her, so I help her out. I thought they were paying the property taxes and general upkeep of the house. Turns out they do not even pay her rent. Apparently they are also struggling. Which I understand since they live in New York. Cost of living can be nutty. But what got me was when my mom told me my sister-in-law made the choice to not go back to work, which is confusing since she made more than my brother. She wants to stay home with their kid, fair, but on my brother's income they cannot afford to pay rent or housing expenses. Mom wants to make me responsible for her finances, and she essentially does not want to worry about bills and stuff going forward. Okay, fair. Which I don't have a problem with, just the expenses on her old house are adding up. She finished the basement for them to give them more space. She also pays their car payment, phone, internet, and Easy Pass. What? What? If I was not helping her, she would be homeless. I told her we need to change up this agreement because she cannot sustain it. She pretty much told me I can handle it however I see fit, which is annoying, but it is what it is. So I did have a talk with my brother and it did not go well. More or less told him things are going to change. Mom will not subsidize their lifestyle. I acknowledge they want a parent to stay with their kids, so I asked why doesn't he stay home and she goes back to work. To put into perspective, she was a nurse and he is a teacher. She made much more than him. He said she wants to be home. I said, I get it, but they cannot afford to do that. He said, yes, they could. I told him, no, they cannot. The only reason they are making it work is because mom is covering the majority of their expenses and they are not paying rent. Have you noticed that a lot of these are about money? I just wanted to point that out really quickly. He feels upset because he feels that mom should tell him this. I told him mom said I could handle it. I don't want to be the bad guy, but mom cannot sustain this. She is barely getting by. Time went on and nothing has changed. So last month, I told him that starting in April, mom was going to cut back on stuff. I have to figure out what to do with the car since it's in our mom's name. Possibly we'll sell it and pay the rest off. If we cannot sell it at a high enough price to wipe the finest amount, told him we're canceling the internet, phone, and Easy Pass. As for rent, I've been looking for how to legally make tenants with a proper lease. Speaking with a landlord and tenant attorney. My brother and sister-in-law are miffed because they feel I am being petty and overzealous with how far I'm going, claiming I'm willing to make my niece homeless. Not my intent, but they cannot keep abusing our mom like they have. She is going to be 68. She worked her butt off over the years. She has no reason to be struggling when she worked as hard as she did. Only reason she's struggling is because the majority of her money goes to them. They claim she wanted to do this, and I somehow convinced her otherwise. My mom is a chronic people pleaser and knows she would never tell them no, because they know exactly how to get her to cave. My sister-in-law thinks I'm also being a jerk because I suggested she goes back to work, implying I'm telling them how to parent. Is that a no or maybe? I am desperate. You know what? Make yourself useful and bend over. Okay. Also, hi, sugar. Hi. Oh my gosh. I gotta go put this live. Congratulations on the new stuff. Oh, I appreciate it, Mia. I appreciate it. If you still live stream later, I'll join again. Yeah, I hope to see you again. I stream Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, 7 p.m. EST. You should join us again. Good to see you. But you be good to be over the bye-bye. Back, I was gone for a while, TBH. It's all good. I hope you're chilling now. Bro, time for them to be grown-ups. Mom is too much of a people pleaser to handle the situation herself. Yeah. Also, Reese Seville's welcome in. Welcome. Okay, so this is me speaking from my personal situation. In this situation, if I had the capacity and means to do so, I would offer to allow my brother and his family move in with me, because I believe that's what family does. I would let that happen if I had the means to do so, and take the burden off of mom if I could. Unfortunately, I'm not a man of great means, so I would be completely unable to do so. But I understand totally where this poster is coming from, and I do not think that they are a jerk. But that is how I would resolve that situation. I guess it would kind of depend on the wife a little bit, but I would offer to let them move in with me if they wanted to save money, and I had the space and the means to do so. Like, no hiccups, no more hiccups, please. Mackenzie, whoa. We just blew Mackenzie's mind. Mackenzie doesn't even have any words to say. Just whoa is all they could get out here. Oh, Megs, if you pay the bills for someone else, you're entitled to tell them to get their butt in gear. Fair, yeah. Yeah, that's completely fair. You know, I live with family right now. If I got thrown out, you know, there would be no hard feelings if I got thrown out. It would be like, I completely understand, you know, but I like being with family because most of my adult life, I didn't really get the opportunity to really spend time with family, and I lived off on my own, and I was just really miserable doing that. So I prefer being at home. But at the same time, you know, if they were like, yeah, nah, you're out of here, you got to go, I'd be like, okay, that's understandable. I wouldn't even feel bad about it. Sneeze and hiccups, sneeze. No. Okay, you know what, Rio? Hold on, let me yawn and see if I can get you to yawn, Rio. I'm so glad I can force myself to yawn on command. Do you like anime? If so, what's your favorite anime? Favorite anime is always such a tough question. That is such a tough question. I don't know. I could list some that I like. So I really liked the Cyberpunk one, Devilman Crybaby. What was this season? I like Free Run. That's kind of like a cop-out. Everybody likes that. I usually am not, although it's technically not an isekai, but you know, Free Run. There's way more that I like. It's just not coming to mind right now. I have seen a lot of anime, a whole lot of anime. So, trying to narrow that down is really hard for me. But there's a lot of anime. Why? What kind of anime you like? I like living with me. Yeah, it's nice. When you have good family. When you have good family, it's nice. And you do save money, but I see that as just a side effect, if that makes sense. I can't believe you've done this. Neon Gummy Bear said hi. Hi. Hello again. Oh my gosh, did I actually get you guys to yawn? Oh my gosh, Devilman Crybaby. So, thank you. I love that. I love it, dude. It's really dark though. And I know some people aren't into like the super dark stuff. I watched something recently. Yugi Game de Meshioku. It's like making a living off of death games or something like that in English. And it was just so dark. Like it legit felt like the creator of it just had, I don't know, they just had some kind of like schizophrenic paranoia or something. Like it was just really, really dark. And I thought it was very artistic and it was very interesting in that kind of way. But the pacing was kind of bad. But I thought it was interesting. I like romance anime. I sometimes do. It depends. Sometimes I do. I like Chainsaw Man too. I like that one a lot. Hi, unstable girly. Hi. How unstable do you feel today? I want to yawn and I can't. This is a bad feeling. No, Mackenzie. Do you need me to yawn again for you? I love Bleach and JoJo's. Oh, I love JoJo's too. I've never seen Bleach though. I've never seen Bleach. That running though, if you know. Wait, running from what do you mean running? Wait, what? I'm confused. One Piece is a cult and I love it. I've read some of the manga. I've never seen the anime, but I've read some of the manga. It's like one of the only mangas that I've actually read. I didn't yawn, but YouTube keeps censoring my impulsive thoughts. No, YouTube also just realized oh, Duberty, thank you, Duberty. I appreciate it. Also, yo, the snipes, Duberty, nice. Yeah, but thank you, Duber-chan. Let me bonk Duber D really quickly. All right, I gotta really charge this one up for Duber-chan. Hold on, let me. Bonk. Ow, bonk. 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 Thank you, Duber-chan. I appreciate it. Yeah, you've got J. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody get J before. You got Omegs. You got Omegs just in here. I don't know if you're still in here, Omegs-kun. Omegs. Kokoniru-kai. You got a gifted from Duber-chan. You should be very nice and smiley and happy to Duber-chan. Oh, I keep recommending Black Butler. That's also one of the few mangas I've read in Japanese. That's one of the very few ones I've read was Black Butler. I've never seen the anime. I've heard the anime was kind of bad, but that's just what I heard. Tokyo Ghoul. Oh, I forgot about Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul, fantastic. I love it. I love it. I don't care if it's trash. I loved it. I'm sorry. Very edgy, but I love it. I'm still here just eating. Thanks for the gift. Yay. There you go. You got a live snipe. And then when Jay gets back, he's probably gonna be like, who, what? I also meant weird running meme. Oh, yeah. I remember the weird, like on the track where he's like almost like hunched over. That's like legit me running. Astrid, you missed me. Oh, of course I missed you, unstable girly. I need your unstable energy here. I mean, eat me. I mean, enjoy your food. Oh, yeah. I don't just eat part of the I eat the whole I really liked Mononoke 2007, but it very much has issues. Yeah, I don't think I've seen it. And I've seen a lot of early anime, too. My favorite is Grell. Man, you guys know a bunch of stuff I haven't seen. That's kind of wild. To be fair, before a certain date, I probably won't have seen it. Mostly that season 2 was bad. I think it got better when they continued with Yana's vision. Oh, okay. I see. I might have to give it a watch. Ebony Edits. Welcome. Hello, everyone. How are you? Fine, thank you. I know that reference. I got you. Yeah, welcome in. Welcome. Kaneki Ken had a death clutch on my heart from the moment I wept over him. Oh, favorite anime protagonist, TBH. I know, dude. It's so good. Oh my god. Hopefully no one's favorite anime is OPM. Because you're in the one frame arc. OPM? What is OPM? I don't know the abbreviation or whatever it's called. Mommy eats sugar with her nose. Why did I say that? Okay, hold on. OPM anime. Oh, One Punch Man. Oh. I don't know what one frame arc means. I watched the first season. I was told not to watch the second season. Oh, I thought you meant Grill as in like the name of an anime. Okay, yeah. No. I know Grill. Cowboy Bebop. Oh, I gotta watch. That's been on my watch list for a while, is Cowboy Bebop. That freaking opening. Oh my gosh. The freaking opening, dude. I'm sorry. I that is one of my favorite openings of all times. I want so bad to do like a cover of it, instrumental cover of it, so bad. But it's hard. It's hard because it's literally jazz, you know. I watched the first season of One Punch and immediately forgot everything about it. I remember it decently well. I thought the season 1 was, very, very well done. I was afraid to watch season 2. Cause I heard it's not good, and that's like me, being afraid to watch, was it like season 5 or season 6 of JoJo? I can't remember which season. There was a season I stopped watching because I was like, oh, I don't like this. It's literally one frame animation for season 3. What? Huh? I'm gonna have to look into that after stream. What? Naomi Kawasaki, cool. Know you, because I'm gonna put you in my refrigerator. Yeah, but welcome in. Instantly remembered my beloved yearning jazzy disco track. I'm so glad to hear y'all like stuff like that, because I'm making a song that's really off the wall. Probably no VTubers ever made something like this before. And I was really worried about the reception of it because it's a little out there. But yeah, I'm glad to hear you like stuff like that. Stagnant background. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh no. I'm gonna have to check it out though still. I'm gonna start dropping Black Butler characters. Is that cool? Yeah, go for it. Season 3 looks like cut off budget animations. That's so sad. They didn't do it justice despite how much money they made off of it. That's really sad. I love you too, and Naomi Kawasaki. No you. Naomi-san. Naomi-san って呼んだ方が、もしかしたら日本語わかるの？川崎さん。Naomi-chan. Naomi-chan の方が可愛い。I loved it. Yes! It's not exactly jazz what I'm making, but okay, I'm not going to spoil too much. Eventually I'll put out spoilers, but not now. But it's like, is it like dance music kind of? Because you know what? Okay, screw it. Think like Pink Floyd. That's what I'm going for. It's super. I know that's horrifyingly sad. I'm the guy. Oh, the Hunter Boy, welcome. And I'm the guy from a lot of streams ago and kept saying I'm depressed. I got a timeout. Oh no! Oh no, the Hunter Boy. You also, fun fact, Astrum. I was trying to think. Like I know who you are. I was trying to remember. Serlix, you little juicy, delicious deluxe burger. You. I would take a big old bite out of you. Let's see if he. Wait, what am I remembering? Pink Floyd. Yeah, kind of like Pink Floyd is what I'm. All right, I'm gonna. Oh yes. Okay, I'm not gonna promise I'm gonna nail it perfectly, but I can kind of do the singing voice. And the sound is getting there. It's getting there. I'm just trying to make it really trippy. You know. But yeah, I'm not putting out any like major spoilers yet, but that's what I'm going for. From the earth I rise, and to the earth I one day return. What's up, mother? I wanted to say effers like really hard, but I'm trying not to curse for Lent. And I haven't cursed yet today. This might be the first day I will not curse at all on Lent. The very first day. Okay, I'm super confused. Welp, it's gonna be one heck of a piece. Proud of you, my boy. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's basically just think like I'm really shooting hardcore for Pink Floyd. vibes. So like psychedelic rock. Trust guys, I change my name and profile picture all the time just to confuse Astro. Well, you know what, Saralix, you're canceled. You're canceled. First, you've been doing so bad. Wait, what? I'm confused. Naomi Kawasaki, okay. Just, okay. Yeah, sure, bud, whatever you want to say. That's the vibe I'm getting from Naomi right now. Would you be the student of a powerful villain or an average hero? Average hero. It's hard to change vocab. Yeah, you guys confuse me. You've been doing so bad. Yeah, no, Oh, about the cursing. Okay, I didn't understand what you were referring to. Yeah, no, I have been struggling big time, but I went from like 50 a day to like less than 5. Less than 5, which is huge for me. I haven't done that in years. I know you've been cursing much less. I know I've tried really hard. Now, the moment Lent is up, at least for comedic effect and stuff, at times I'll probably be cursing again. I'm not gonna lie. Most likely. I'm gonna try not to still. I'm gonna try not to, but I mean, come on, I like cursing. No, I shouldn't. My name is Colonel Cornelius Cornwall. I'm here today to tell you about corn. That's like, that reminds me of the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy. It's shuckers, Astra, it's shuckers. Like how you shuck a shell off my massive... Okay, I don't know where I'm going with that. I miss you too, and now Naomi. Oh, wait, do you want me to say like Naomi? Is that what you're saying? Or, because how they say it in Japanese is Naomi. I could say it either way. Naomi-chan, Naomi-chan. Just do it. I'm gonna just do you like Nike, bruh. Yeah, come here. I'm also trying to stop, but I allow myself to say them when I'm referencing something. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna read another one. I'm gonna read another one because it's kind of, this one's interesting. Also, the gayest hoe ever. What a name. Yo. Y'all got competition? Okay, I'm sorry. I had to. I'm sorry. I had to. You can't just come in with a name like the gayest hoe ever. Yo, that is immediate aura. Immediate aura. Holy crap. No, you beat me to the joke. Oh my gosh. I am the gayest hoe ever, though. My God. No, I love that. I love that. Hoe like guarding. Yeah, it could be gay like happy too. I mean, you don't know. Maybe they're a fan of Old English. You just don't know. Happy gardening tool. I mean, I don't know. I know it has an E at the end. Yeah. Sorry, I got sidetracked. It's all good, Sniper Wife. I need you to take a look at who just came in the chat. Nah, I'm gay. But are you the gayest hoe ever? Gay and a fan of ye old English. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. Nevea Marie Gonzalez. Hi, hello, and welcome in. How's it been, my dude? No homophobes can knock me down. Oh, da 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 da. Da, 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 da. I can't remember the lyrics to that song. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Ain't nothing gonna. You know what you know the song I'm referencing? I can't remember it well right now. I know that is a crazy name. That's awesome. I'm a blue-haired femboy. I'd say I'm quite gay. I love you too, and Naomi. Okay, now I'm confused. Do you want Naomi or what? Ain't nothing gonna break my yeah, that song. It took me a moment. I was about to start reading and then I just get hit in the face with the gayest hoe ever. Asher, you genuinely said that as I was typing the song lyrics. Oh, we have that much of a delay? Dang, I thought, oh, mobile streams might have a bit of a delay. I tried to undo it. What did I just read? One heck of a name. How are you? I'm doing fantastic, my dude. I hope you're being good. All my friends are gay. I have a gay empire. Oh my gosh. That's actually really funny. The gayest hoe ever has a gay empire. Corn is a North American cereal plant that yields kernels on a cob. It is also called maize because it is easy to get lost in incredible flavor. Just like your flavor, baby girl. Oh yeah. Duber sniped me and didn't hit a vital organ. Yeah, Duber got you, bruh. Duber got you, bruh. You hear that, Duber? I knew Jay would be like, whoa, the moment he got back here. If I hope you're not working right now, Duber. No, Delay. It was mid-type. Oh, I got you. Who said I'm gay? I don't think we did I say you? I didn't call. Did I say everyone was gay? I don't think I did. Astra is the secretly straight emperor. Well, I'm not exactly secretly straight, but a lot of people call me a sparkle straight because I seem kind of zesty. Even though, like, I'm definitely straight, but I act a little zesty. But I own that. I like that. You know, like, shut up. You know. Okay, all right. I need to chill. Now you're one of us now, Matcha. Oh, we got you now, Matcha. Delay. Sorry, I'm having. It's all good. What? Well, thank you. I don't know what I taste like. Well, you just taste good. I do. I have a demi-girlfriend, a gay friend, a lesbian friend, a non-binary friend, and basically the whole community. I am biromantic. What's biromantic? I actually don't know what that is. Can I twerk? Not very well. I'm super extra zesty with my pans. Okay. Do you mean like cooking pans, or do you mean like pansexual friends? Which one? Two people romantic. Oh. What? I don't understand. Our zesty straight ambassador, he speaks for the gays. I'm the speaker of the gays. I like boys, girls, just romantically though, not physical. Oh, okay, I see. Pansexual. Okay, I wasn't sure because zesty and pans put together, it sounds like cooking. I'm just being honest. I wasn't trying to make some kind of cruel joke. It sounded like you know, you like put like a lot of like lemon juice on your like crackling fish that you just cooked, you know? That's what I wasn't sure. I had to make sure. Faye would love to see Astra do that. Okay, we're bringing Faye. Where is Faye? Technically, Astra Rio said that we include me since I'm not gay. Wait, you're not gay? Okay, I'm kidding. I'm messing with you. My romantic is essentially bisexual without the yeah. Oh, like that. Yeah, okay. I get you. I feel that as an ace myself. I see. I speak for the gays. They speak in Doomed Yuri. What? He's a default. You see, only you guys can say that. Because if I say that, it sounds like it becomes offensive. I literally can't say it. But like the settings switch is stuck in the middle, like how a balanced light switches his children. I mean, that makes sense, Lamau. In the context, though, a lot of people make pan jokes with pansexual, so I had to. Oh, okay, so you meant it like that way as like a joke. I got you. Okay. I was just confused. Kiss me and Naomi. I love you too and Naomi. Naomi-chan, マジで何言ってんだわからん。もしかしたら日本語で書けるんかな。もうさっぱりわからんから。これもういじめかな。So I'm like a bisexual and asexual. What makes everything better is that my parents are homophobic. Oh, that's rough. I'm sorry, my dude. I'm sorry. But I like the little sparkles you put around it. The sparkles added a little vibe. I like doing that too. That might be why people think I'm gay, because sometimes I write like that. Pookie doesn't know what Doomed Yuri is. I don't know. Is it like two people that hate each other that just... Like, I don't know, is it like that kind of thing? This ain't a dating chat. This is now an official dating chat. Everyone is... Okay, no. This is a joke. This is a joke. I am joking. I'm an adult and I still balance the light switches. You could balance my light switch, yeah. Because my light switch has been on since you got in here. Azzy, are you familiar with the anime Nana? I'm actually not. No, I don't even think I've ever heard of it. I'm not sure. Indeed, I was planning on taking my BF to Walmart cookware aisle for a date because we're both pan. You okay? Oh, I'm fantastic, my dude. Doomed Yuri is lesbians who can't be together. It's just really depressing lesbian love. Oh. No, that's toxic Yuri. Why are there so many categories? Doomed Yuri is when the romance is just so cooked by fate itself, even though they're in love. Oh, Nana? Nana. It'd be like Nana. Nana is 7 in Japanese. Nana is the doomed Yuri ever. Oh no. Astra just giving chat the freedom. No, it's a joke. I'm joking. Okay. My homophobic parents straight up told me, you don't like girls, you like guys. You've liked guys your whole life. So I'll put up the gay flags everywhere in their room, bruh. Oh my gosh. It's like, now screw y'all. Here you go. Here's a little gift. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Wild. Fair play though. Yeah, no, you can't really choose how you're wired. You can't really choose that, so I don't understand the cruelty. They freaked out. Yeah, I mean, so worth it. Bruh. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think if I did any, I mean, it wouldn't be like of the same like genre, but I'm trying to think if I did anything freaky like that. I used to leave like fake spiders around the house, which, sorry for those of you with arachnophobia, I know now the cruelty of doing something like that. And like fake lizards and stuff. When I was a kid, it was not the best thing to do. It's hilarious being tutti frutti when you had a boy crazy face. Guess what? It's everything now. What's everything? I don't understand what's everything. If anyone here has ever watched the Blue Eye Samurai, you will experience painful doomed Yuri, but a hot androgynous woman. Oh. I'm gay until Mizu shows up. You cool? No, you, because you're in my refrigerator, not like that. Almost a year. My lack of Japanese is now gone. No, I just use online Japanese text. じゃあこれから日本語で配信を行おうか、抹茶くん。これでいいんかな? Real surreal, that's me as a pan now. Okay, when you joked earlier, got me in a different mindset. I almost said it in a different pan. Bro, my mind is fried right now. My mind is absolutely fried. Would you light a firework between your butt cheeks for 100K? Oh, the things I would do for, oh my gosh. You don't even want to know what I put between my butt cheeks for. I'm kidding. No, I wouldn't. Maybe a sparkler. We're talking about phobias now. Yeah, so recently in Discord, someone had like a little arachnophobia. So that's why that's relevant. Everything, men, women, both, neither, everyone is sexy. Even though like I'm straight, I can still look at a dude and be like, yeah, I get it, you know, like. Look up Mizu from Blue Eye Samurai. Okay, I gotta close this window because I don't know what I might dox here. Mizu Blue Eye Samurai. Oh, I get it. Yep. I want someone, you guys can't, I don't know if this will show it. Hold on. You see this picture? I want someone that looks at me like that. Right here. I need someone that looks at me like that in my life. That's what I need. I like that. If you do like a stern, angry kind of look, I'm sold immediately. Jerked. I'm not jerking it right now live on stream. I promise I'm not jerking it. Astra Jork Naka. I'm scared of the dark. Oh. Well, what if I'm like stalking you and like beyond your like line of sight in the shadows? How would you feel about that? How would you feel if I was just like following you around in like the darkness of the woods? Yeah, I'm studying for a psychology degree. I can confirm that your attraction to gender is something you can't control. It's quite interesting and fun to explain. You know, to say like, when I was a kid, like a young kid, I was never, ever, ever exposed to any of that. I was exposed very late to it. So my first like job that I got, I was working directly under the boss. And we were talking and stuff, and in the interview, he said, because I only work with him, he brought up, like, I don't know if you know, but I wanted to make sure you were aware, I'm gay. I don't, you know, I wanted to make sure you were okay with that. And at the time, I was like, why not? You know, I didn't really I mean, I knew what it was, but I've never really been exposed to it. But at the same time, looking back on it, I can only imagine the things that had to happen for him to feel like he had to specify that in an interview. Like what had to happen to him for him to be like feeling like it's an absolute necessity for him to be like so upfront with it. Best sentence ever. I'm gay. Says the gayest hoe ever. What's thanatophobia? I don't know what that is. If you see Astro thrown up against the wall by an angry woman, don't fret. He's where he wants to be. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll just give you a quick thumbs up, like subtly, and then I'll act like I'm nervous or something. I'm scared of being alone and death and being in pain. Okay, that's fair. So you have to become immortal. You're not allowed to ever be hurt. And you will always be strapped to me. You can't escape. I think I have megalophobia, things that shouldn't be large. And are terrifying. Oh, I see. What if it's like underwater? There's like megalothalassophobia or something like that. I'm in college to become a doctor. How many aura points do I get for being a femboy med school student? That's some aura. I don't think I've ever had a femboy doctor before. That'd be interesting. As long as it's you and you'll protect me. Yeah, I'll just very carefully watch you. And I'll just like, whenever you look in my direction, I'll just start like, whenever you try to look at me. And, if you see, like, if there's something that ever, like, if a vampire ever tries to attack you since I'm a werewolf, I'll chase them off. And then go and hide back in the shadows and sulk. Because it's like, I know that because I'm not human, this romance is doomed and it would never work. So I have to remain at a distance from you. But one day you try to come up to me and I hide behind a tree, but I poke my head around very shyly. But this time I let you approach me cautiously and you talk to me and I'm just like, oh, I was just trying to protect you. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I hate the ocean. Yeah, there's some stuff in the ocean that humans were never meant to see. I'm pretty sure I have a phobia of vomiting, emetophobia. If you told me to vomit or perish, I will perish. I hate it. Also, phobia of black holes. I think about them too long. I lose grip on reality. Okay, let's not go on that subject. I think they're interesting. Sorry, I was chugging water. Oh my gosh, reminds me of Dracula though. I still gotta see the 2025 one that released. I wanna watch it so bad. Thanatophobia is fear of death. Oh, I mean, that's a reasonable fear. I think most people have it. I believe most people would probably have that. Unless it's to like a very, like it disrupts your everyday life kind of extent. Stop telling me my dream scenario, Astra aside, werewolves are hot. Yeah, Rio just basically said, Astra, you're not hot, but werewolves are in general, is what Rio just said. I just felt like I should clarify that. Black holes are so interesting. I love learning about them. Yeah, but I'm gonna be careful. You know, because of the phobia. I miss you too and Naomi. What? Huh? 私にはわかりません。わかりません。何言ってるかわからん。I'm not afraid of death, as I am immortal, but I can't be alone in complete silence. There are reasons for that, but that's a different discussion. It goes dark really quickly, and I prefer optimism. Fair, yeah. I really like I really like alone, really silent and dark areas. I think that's like the emo coming out a little bit, but I like that. Then I find a magical potion to turn you into a human. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. I was a government experiment for a little while. Trust me, it won't work. I'm sorry, do you want to be hot to I mean, I'm doing like the fly hands right now, rubbing my hands together. Hold on, let me lick my lips too to complete it. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I did that real quick, you know. I only have that fear because my ex tried to make, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's bad. That's pretty bad. I'm sorry, my dude. Holy crap. LMAO get roasted by his own mods. You guys you're done. You know what? You're done. You're done. Oh my gosh. So I'm still a little bit sick to my stomach from where I was sick. So I might go ahead and I might go chill for a little bit. But we should stream Sunday. I think we're going to do Dandy's World again. And I'm going to harass you guys as I usually do. Because I just love to harass you all so much. Okay, yeah. I might be a little bit more than a little sick to my stomach. So I think I'm going to go chill, okay? So you all be good. And you be careful. And you don't fall in. And you don't hit a deer on the way. And you don't get lost. And you remember... the content is watching, and so am I.